Okay. Currently, I imagine red flashing lights are going off at the Jeffree Star Cosmetics along with alarm bells. Because this is not good. This is not good, but even not good for Jeffree Star's level.
Allegedly.
This is bad. So if you guys aren't aware, you probably are by this stage, but I'm gonna give you the quickest context ever. I'm gonna give you the context in less than 30 seconds because no one wants to hear it any longer than that. Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star get exposed. Shane Dawson comes back and apologizes, we think. Jeffree Star runs for the hills and is nowhere to be seen. Then comes back a month later and pretends to take accountability while deflecting and using the Black Lives Matter movement again to deflect and just promote his brand and promote a summer launch that was happening. No one forgave him and he disabled the likes and dislikes and comments so that he couldn't see the feedback. And then now he released his highly anticipated summer drop that he was teasing in his apology video that got literally millions of views. So he got so much promo on this that you would think it would be a success. Well, it was called the Ogre palette. You know what it's really called, but if I dare to say those words, Susan will hit that, you know, delete video on this because of monetization. So I can't say that sexual term, so instead I'm just gonna call it the Ogre palette, which I always do. So along with the makeup that had been released, Jeffree also released a bunch of mirrors, jumpers, and a lot of other stuff. Really tacky stuff.
Allegedly.
Truth be told, the collection flopped, nothing sold out, and it was just an ultimate train wreck.
Allegedly.
I genuinely think one mirror and maybe one jumper sold out, and that's bad for Jeffree's level because he says that he's a brand that will always sell out. Okay, we've been through this. So Jeffree responded to the fact that people were saying that the release had flopped by him saying it was so successful and that Google wasn't going to push it and YouTube wasn't going to push it because of the name of the palette, which is dumb because if you knew it was going to make you less money, why'd you make as many palettes? But now there's another little controversy with it because why wouldn't there be? So this was before people got their products. So now literal customers of Jeffree Star, they kind of deserve this by the way, and I kind of mean really. They received the palette and the palette is a mess. But why should I do the talking? Let's hear from customers. I'm gonna throw this up on the screen right now. Let's talk about it. Let's go through these left to right. At Jeffree Star, is my mini Ogre palette supposed to have these little pellets in the shadows? At Jeffree Star, these are all different people by the way. At Jeffree Star, I'm so sad that the mini Ogre palette is crumbly, the pans are hard and are not pigmented. I got this for my birthday and I'm so disappointed. I have seen this with quite a few other people's palettes. Please fix it. You have to really laugh. These are people that supported Jeffree Star. They fucking deserve this. At Beauty Bay, hi, I bought at Jeffree Star's mini Ogre palette on Friday and it arrived yesterday. Swatched it last night, then saw this morning that 4 of the shades have pitted with wet grass and foam party, having no payoff. Please help. Anyone else finding that the Ogre Mini Jeffree Star palette glass wet go like this? It doesn't blend very well either. Hashtag disappointed. At Jeffree Star, I love the palette, but is anyone else having an issue with the mini Ogre palette? Some of them not begin as good as others. What? Some are buttery soft, others are forming balls after 2 uses, and dude, it's so powdery, the main one. At Jeffree Star, I'm sorry, but the mini Ogre palette ain't it. It doesn't have the same color payoff as your other metallics. Make it make sense. At Jeffree Star, there seems to be a lot of people complaining about the shade Glass Wet from the mini Ogre palette. It goes into small clumps and flakes away. Mine is really bad and I've only used the shade 3 to 4 times since I got the palette. Then we see a picture of all the shades and they look not pigmented. And I don't know much about makeup, but I know that that's not pigmented. Here we have a review. The caption says, not great, 1 star. Per formula and quality, 3 out of 4 shades have no color payoff of a finger swatch or brush. It's almost like there is an oil film coating over the shadows, very crumbly and seem to ball up in the palm. Such a shame as it's a beautiful palette. Then this review has the title, Disappointed. We love to see it. Glass Wet and Foam Party have no color payoff and both are lumpy and not evenly pressed. I feel like I may have been a part of a bad bunch. Sucks because I really love this brand. Serves you right. Haha. Title, not his amazing metallic formulas. I had such high hopes for the mini palette. I loved the colors and tones, but unfortunately for at least 2 of the shades, it did not have any payoff at all. It seemed to be really chunky and so sheer. I tried using fingers, a dry brush, and wetting a brush, and no results. Super disappointed. I hope he reformulates them so I can purchase them again. Until then, it's going to be a pass for me. Another review, disappointing at best. Disappointing at best, the colours do not blend at all with very little payoff. This is one for the trash. I love anything Jeffree Star, but do not waste your money unless you want to look at the pretty colours. And the final review says, what happened? By the way, there's so many more, but I'm literally just going off of screenshots that Max Posed on Twitter posted. So yeah, the title says, what happened? Firstly, Beauty List checkout at launch was the best in the business, and delivery time was amazingly fast. Thank you. I have every Jeffree Star palette, and I've never been disappointed until now. Serves you right. This one is very underwhelming. Ha. Below average color payoff, some barely any pigment. Ha ha. And the texture is inconsistent and a couple of pans even feel gritty. Definitely the worst palette to date from this much loved brand. Huge disappointment. Aww. And then we see another really bad purr swatch. So guys, this was not good, but you know what? Serves them right. Serves them right. And you can't say that I'm just being bitter, because if you're seeing the amount of shit that's coming out against Jeffree Star and you choose to go against every piece of criticism and just be like, I'm gonna support him, because buying his stuff is putting money in his pocket. Serves you right. I'm so happy he delivered you a shit product. I'm so fucking happy that he did, because you know what? You deserved to get scammed. You literally deserved to not get what you wanted. You know why? Because you're actively supporting a terrible person, because you literally just wanted to go against the crowd. Ha. So Jeffree responded because this was getting very big.
I do need to go be a boss right now and go scream at my makeup lab. We have a production issue with the mini palette. Now, sometimes you guys, which you guys have seen in the past with me, I'm always very transparent.
Very
honest. When you upscale a project and make 100,000, 200,000, 100,000 units, there sometimes can be issues, and sadly the lab can fuck up, and we did have a small batch issue with one of them. But you know me, y'all, if anyone ever has an issue with my products, I have an amazing customer service team.
I've heard the opposite.
Anyone's issues, so I gotta go make a few phone calls. Be right back. I do need to go be a boss right now, and...
Isn't it funny that he said he upscaled the project whenever he said not that long ago that he knew the project wasn't going to be that successful because of the name and it not being pushed? But why would you make so many... Why would you make so many? It seems like you just thought you were going to sell out and get accepted into the community again. This is just a mess. Like, Jeffree Star Cosmetics... Listen, we all have our opinions on Jeffree, but normally his palettes have good responses to them, but this one is just really bad. And so hot on the heels of him coming back from a controversy into another one about the thing he tried to distract from, it's not good. It's not a good look. And you know that he's shitting himself and mega fuming because this is bad. Truth be told, if you're trying to distract from your scandals by having an amazing makeup launch and then your customers are literally, like your diehard customers, are angry at you because the palette is being bad, maybe just stop. Honestly. Do y'all think he rushed this release then? What do you think? What do you think went so badly wrong? Okay, so I asked the question to my subscribers. Now you gotta stick around for this. So I said Jeffree's Ogre palette release has been a mess. Broken shades, broken palettes, shades not giving off payoff, Jeffree fans are fuming and we are smiling. Opinions. Move said, the fact that you call this the Ogre palette is killing me, but it's offensive to Shrek. Sorry Shrek. And all the Shrek stands out there. The Shrek of stands. That's everything. Honey said it probably doesn't even faze him because he just wants that bank. Tangerine Girl said, I think the reason for this may be because Jeffree didn't want to put the time and effort into making the palette good and just rushed it to have some sort of distraction from the drama that he got himself into. Now that's very clearly something that could
Allegedly.
have happened. Book Nerd said, not surprised at all. This is honestly karma doing her thing. Journey said, karma's really out to get Jeffree these days. Carla said, I feel so bad for the people who got it. Don't. They actively chose to. Some of them might not even know about the scandal. Please. They had to find out about it through his YouTube channel, which is where he also addressed the scandal, so. Plus paying £60 for a palette and getting that, the level of unprofessionalism. Jessie Panda said, how did Jiffy Stencil let his comeback palette get this atrocious? Like, I'm shocked while being a hater. Seaweed said, the people who said he might be a trash person but his products are good quality looking like clowns. Trippy Moshi said, Morphe be like, y'all hear something? Yeah, they'd be like, Raindrop said, I have a feeling that this palette was rushed. Maybe Jeffree put it out before it was meant to and it got really unorganized. Either way, people are beginning to support him less and less. I don't know, but maybe it was just to get to the point where everyone turns on him. If the drama was not happening and this happened, I think that this would be way less easy on him. But now that he's in some serious drama and his products are being trashed recently, it's just another reason to not support him. Also, I saw a lot of his fans saying they still only support him because of the good quality of makeup. Well, yikes. Lauren said, this is what happens when you rush a product line out as a distraction from your true colors. Billy said, this honestly isn't even the first time. People are finally calling him out on his shit. It's a shame considering his great reputation in the industry. He always delivers. Sylvia said, is this the palette that lands Jeffree and TJ Maxx? Shay said, terrible palette and deliberately trying to ruin a 19-year-old's life? Pick a struggle. Kayla said, maybe they should stop supporting him. Yeah, what a wild concept. Sorry, I loved you, my Debbie Ryan. Vinny said, that's what you get for giving Jafar Starfish your money. And I think at the end of the day, this is on you, boo. If you bought it, we warned you. And you were like, the quality's so good. Alondra said, his quality be matching his personality.
Allegedly.
Lilia said, wow, I can't believe I don't feel bad for these people that bought the palette at all. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, that's where I'm currently at. Miguel said, and now he's stealing from Jaclyn Hill, a botched launch. Fee said, I think Jeffree rushing his palette out was kind of intentional so that people would forget about the scandal. Now, keep in mind this literally happened like hot on the heels. He teased it in his apology, so of course it's linked some way. Anyway.
Allegedly.
This is just a tool to make people focus on the palette rather than himself, even if it has to do with the downfall, yeah. Because he can fix the palette later, but he can't fix that personality. Clara said, don't really know what people were expecting, LMAO. Madeline said, I have a feeling that this palette was just rushed. Jeffree was probably focused on the drama, not on the palette. Nini said, he's doing the absolute most to stay relevant, and we're like, you did this for what? Okay, so some final thoughts. I definitely think, personally, in my opinion, allegedly, that this palette was rushed. I think it's very clear to come to that conclusion that it was rushed. He was in the peak of the drama, and he did not speak on anything until he made that doing what's right video, so of course he was just shooting the campaigns, rushing it out, in my opinion anyway. I mean, the reviews are kind of reflecting that, and he kind of now has to pick up the pieces of that where he's trying to move and grow and be a better person every day, but now that's kind of delayed because he has to fix his last mistake. It's like a new mistake every day, you know what I mean? We all make mistakes, everybody has those days, you know what I mean? But Jeffree just has more of them days apparently. I'm sorry, but if you knew about the scandals and you chose to buy this palette, I hope it was crumbly. I really hope it was crumbly. I hope you have the worst experience with this palette, honestly. I'm not gonna wish you well with the palette. You went out of your way to give him your money. It's the same bitches that were like, I just disliked his apology video, that are like, I'm gonna buy his palette just because the quality's good. You did that for what? Like, okay. And it just makes you think what's happening behind the scenes now at Jeffree Star Cosmetics, because you know that he mega fuming, because he has to pick up the pieces of this now, and he's probably just gonna get so angry at his workers for messing it up whenever he probably just didn't give them a lot of time. You know what I mean? Honestly, what I think happened was the scandal kind of delayed his summer release. He was probably planning on doing it way earlier, but he literally probably couldn't because the drama happened literally in July, so he had to push it back to August, but then maybe he like postponed it, or like, I don't know, it seems like he almost had more time, you know what I mean? What do you think happened? What do you think he's gonna do next? Like, what do you think this means for his brand, and how do you think he's gonna try recoup from this? And he has to like give a lot of people refunds. Like, there's a lot of people really pissed. Not a good look. Why is there something new every day, Jeffree? He's addressing something new every day. Holy fuck. He's right, he doesn't have to make another apology video because he basically does it every single day in his fucking Instagram story. I love you. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Peace.